warm welcome to the Ref Show. The words Clattenburg and controversy, not this season, not recently, mentioned in the same sentence, but they are at the moment. Following the FA Cup final at the weekend, we'll analyse his performance, and it had uncharacteristic errors, but it also had a lot of character, to give him great credit. Roger Dilkes, you are the Ref's RefCam manager, is here to analyse that with David Hirst. A very topical guest is David at the moment, because we'll also be talking about the 1993 FA Cup final. I think you might have played in that.
I enjoyed a reasonable day there.
And yes, you did. You've scored, and there's some rather unusual statistics associated with that. Roger Dilkes was actually fourth official that day, yeah? Roger?
That's right. That's absolutely right, yeah.
Well, let's kick off, though, with England. Jamie Vardy, and I've seen this debate. Does he dive or doesn't he dive? One thing's sure, he's had a fantastic season. Scores the winner again for England in their friendly victory over Turkey by 2-1. But much debate over that penalty that he won. Hirsty, first of all. This was a foul, allegedly, by Turkish defender Mehmet Topal. Dennis Atakan, the referee, gave it. Yeah. People are disagreeing about this.
Well, I mean, in my eyes watching it, it's a penalty, definitely. I mean, the striker, throughout the years that I've played the game, your place of safety is in the box, where people can't kick you, can't touch you, can't push you. He gets himself in the box, across the defender, he's waiting for a touch. Now, I think if he gets away from the defender, he's looking at goal. If not, if the defender's biting back at him, what's the next best thing? Go down.
You're a member of the Strikers Union, so is Ian Wright, and he was not sure about this.
Yeah,
one way or the other. You
I mean,
swayed
like
from
I say, I mean, this is a pundit talking about what he used to do, you know, and saying that somebody else shouldn't be doing it. Wrighty used to go down. As soon as anybody clipped Wrighty, he was down. Yeah. Now he's saying that Vardy shouldn't be doing that because, you know, he's PC. Yeah. Now, for me, we're looking at going into the European Championships. We're starting to learn a little bit from the world of football of you can't tackle in the box. Right. That defender's got to pull out the tackle. I'm sorry. If not, he's going to go down like he did, and he's going to be rewarded with a penalty.
You're suggesting that he's going to be in good company in the
without
Euros.
A doubt, without a doubt. I mean,
we're missing a trick if we don't do it.
Well, I think we're starting to learn the trick now, because we've got the stiff upper lip of Englishmen. Then we don't like it. We call it cheating. It's not. It's part of the game these days, and unfortunately, it happens all around the park. That's why referees are finding it difficult to get the rights and the wrongs of it. But players will always be looking for that. Yeah,
I was going to ask whether he could get a reputation that hampers England at the Euros. You're suggesting that what he's actually doing is he's wised up. What do you think, Roger? What's your take?
I think David's spot on. I think that when we get to the Euros, we'll see a lot of it, and I think it'll be very interesting to see and hear what the referees are being told about this sort of occurrence.
It's a hairline call in every instance, isn't it? Really?
I mean, Kalina, who is the top man in UEFA, I'm sure he'll be giving the referees pre-tournament some very strict guidelines on various things, and I'm sure this will be on the agenda.
Sorry, it's going to be up in arms. To be fair, Europe will be up in arms, because if the referees are not going to give them as penalties, we're going to see a lot of controversy.
Yeah. So no contact dare be risked in the box with a striker in the box.
That's the rules of the game.
That's it.
That's the rules of the game. And if you're allowed to just stretch those rules a little bit, players are going to take advantage.
Okay, we'll look out for lots of penalty awards. Let's talk about the first goal. Harry Kane for England in that game. Roger, floor is yours.
Well, I think TV demonstrates that Harry Kane's offside.
But that's not what people are talking about.
But people are not talking about that. But he did the business. You know, he's playing for England. He's got on the end of something. He's put it away, and then it's for the referee and the assistant referee to make the decision. They got the call wrong between them. But I think the very interesting thing about that is the reaction of the Turkish manager Terim, who, within no time at all, has got it on a mobile phone, and cameras show him illustrating the problem to the fourth official. Now, technology, we've been talking about it for ages and ages and ages, yet an international manager within a very short period of time can demonstrate on a phone to the fourth official that the goal's offside.
But he's not allowed to have that there and don't demonstrate that.
He shouldn't be doing that, no. But
I mean, phones are down there, but routinely people are in contact with coaches in the stand.
At the end of the day, like I said before, if we're going to use technology, go the whole hog and use it properly. With monitors, with screens, whatever you want to use, where the referee can come over to the touchline, look at the incident, make the right call, alter his decision or stay with his decision.
It's ironic that the one man or the few people who most need to actually clock that replay are the ones who are not allowed to do so.
Yeah.
It's quite bizarre, isn't it?
But you're looking at that, I mean, we talk about England all the time. You know, we're talking about an England goal that's offside. We're talking about a penalty that shouldn't be given, should be given. Sounds typically English, doesn't it?
It does, but
you know,
plenty to talk
we've won the game.
Yeah.
We've won the game. Now, if that's in the semi-final of the European Championships, are we going to moan about it or are we going to go through to the final?
Yes. Good point. In the second part of the show, we'll reminisce. We'll look at the playoffs, by the way, some huge playoff games at the weekend, who's refereeing those, what the panel think of those choices, but also we'll be going down Wembley Lane and Memory Lane. So I don't know, can you remember what scoring a goal was like? It's a few years
I certainly
back,
can. I certainly can. It was a fantastic experience.
Right. It's a fantastic goal as well, he tells us. Actually, it was. Right, Crystal Palace 1, Manchester United 2. Congratulations to Manchester United and seemingly their outgoing manager, Louis van Gaal. What timing that was. Well, it's no secret really, he's been sort of on the way out for Jose Mourinho for a while. But the talking point for much of the final, it was rather eclipsed afterwards by the manner of Manchester United's victory and the Van Gaal exit, it would seem. Uncharacteristic errors from Mark Clattenburg. 2 advantages to Crystal Palace, Roger, that he didn't play. How did he get those wrong, first of all?
Difficult to explain because Mark Clattenburg, for me, is number one in this country by a long way. And when we were blogging this game on Saturday, Rob Harris did an absolutely fantastic job on RefCam, and we felt that in the early stages of this game he was overly nervous. We just felt that, and the first decision came around about the 18th minute. The first decision to see the foul was correct. The problem is that he just blew his whistle a little bit too quickly.
Because of those nerves you're suggesting?
Perhaps it was the nerves, perhaps it was the occasion.
Do you find it surprising, David, just to bring in that, I mean, a referee is going to be hyped up for a match of that magnitude. He doesn't seem the nervous type to me. I've never met him. What do you think?
No, but there you go. There's cup finals for you. You know, and it is a lot of pressure on a referee. As Roger said, rightly so. You know, the decision's correct, but he's got the entitlement now to let the game flow, and if so, bring it back after the end of it.
There was a later incident which similarly he got wrong again against Crystal Palace.
It was virtually the same type of occurrence, you know, and we just felt that the first one was still at the back of his mind. Because you could tell with his body language, he thought, crikey, I should have let that go.
But following that, he reasserts himself. What's going through his head at half-time? He knows, doesn't he? He knows he's got those 2 wrong. Technical mistakes, anyway.
Absolutely. Technical mistakes, but what a character this guy must have. Because at half-time in that dressing room, they would have gone through, you know, the first 45 minutes. If I'd have been coaching him and been in that dressing room with him, I would have put that, you know, to the back of his mind.
Tell you what, boys, we're going to come back to that in the second part of the ref show. Theoretically, for instance, and it has to be theoretical because it never happened, had Hirst missed 2 open goals in the first half of a game, how would he, from a player's point of view, regroup at half-time? We'll come back to that and the football playoffs in the second part. But meantime, it's your time, your test. This week's You Are the Ref comic strip teaser, courtesy of brilliant illustrator Paul Trevelyan. See if you can answer this one. We'll see you after the break. A panicking defender under pressure inside his own area tries to hoof the ball behind, only for his keeper to dive and stop it with his hand, preventing the corner. Attackers scream back pass.
What do you do?